Hello everyone, welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name's Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal to pay off £10,000 in this year in 2022. Hello, welcome, thank you so much for being here as ever, as always. I love you all. Slightly hyper today, not overly, reasonable amount of hype. And I think I first need to say sorry to anybody who was waiting for my video yesterday, which was Friday. Today is Saturday. Yesterday, I was not very well. Well, I wasn't really unwell. I just wasn't my best. And also it was absolutely boiling. It was like over 30 degrees and we edit the videos in our conservatory and I'm pretty sure our conservatory hit about 45 degrees yesterday. So it wasn't prime video recording, video editing weather yesterday. The reason why I was feeling a bit unwell was we had an all-day work event on Thursday that then went on into a barbecue and games in the evening. And such is the way that I then succumbed to peer pressure and ended up then going on to the pub. Needless to say, I woke up yesterday with more than just a little headache. So it's not a very good excuse, but that's why I'm blaming the heat. So anyway, hello, thank you. That was a blah start to the video. Let's do the affirmation before I forget, because I am in that kind of mood. So last week's affirmation was, I am good enough. And I really hope that everybody really did use that one this week. Every morning, look in the mirror, smile at yourself, and that is key. Smile at yourself and say, I am good enough, and believe it. Such a good one. So that was last week. So this week's one, if I can get fingers and thumbs to work, I have no limitations. Ooh, I like it. I have no limitations. Oh, that's really empowering, isn't it? That's really cool. Love that. Do give that one a try if you feel like you need to. So that's the affirmation done. Did whiz through that a little bit. Today's video might be a little whizzy, not just because I'm hyper, but also because we're doing this a day later than usual. I've kind of done most of the budgeting that I needed to do in terms of Hyperjar and things like that. So it's going to be a little out of the norm. So there was something else I was going to say before I jumped into the spending. I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. I will just get into the spending. Oh yes, as usual, if you're not interested in looking at the money I've spent over the past week or looking at this month's budget, we will put in some timestamps somewhere around here somewhere to let you know when the Hyperjar stuffing, or I can't really call it stuffing this week, when the Hyperjar stuffing will be and when the cash stuffing will be, and then you can just skip along to there if you want to. I don't mind, it's perfectly fine. Cool, so let's have a look. I'm gonna have to make some space, which means none of this will end up back in shop, but hey ho. So we are in June. Here we go. Last Friday, we spent £28 out of family fun and stuff. So that was the trampolining. So if you watched last week's video, you know that our family fun activity for last weekend was trampolining. I thought that was going to cost £24. That's because I was looking at the pre-booking amount, but because we ended up booking it less than 24 hours than when we wanted to go trampolining, it had gone up to £28. So I spoke to my son and I said, look, we've only got £24, that's all we've got, but the tickets are now £28. And he said, that's okay, we'll just use some of my money, which is the money that he's saving up in his GoHenry account for his gaming PC that he's trying to save up £1,000, bless him. It's very sweet, he's doing really well. And I didn't feel too comfortable about that because this is sort of something that I should be paying for and not him. It's very sweet of him to offer. And yes, it probably would have taught him a good lesson if I had let him pay for it. But yeah, it didn't feel right. So I said to him, okay, well, rather than that, how do you feel about me using the stuff money, which is for like bits and bobs that you might need off the internet, like new books and that sort of thing. And he said that that was fine. So we did that. So we used stuff to bump the trampolining money up to the £28 that we needed. And then whilst we were at trampolining, of course, he had no problem in me using the stuff pot again so that he could get a snack. It was around lunchtime and I didn't really think it through. So I did have to get him a snack. So that was that £1.20. The medical spend there was just antihistamine. I don't know if anyone else's hay fever has just gone ridiculous ridiculous lately, those of you who are in the UK. But our entire family has just erupted into one big snotty mess. So we did have that £7 was for some grown-up antihistamine for me and my husband. And then this £4.99 over here was for some kiddies antihistamine for my son. The other thing that we bought was this weird dual coloured Asda entry for £5.80. So last week I also mentioned about how my hairdresser was a bit miffed that I bought cheap shampoo and conditioner for my hair that I spend a ridiculous amount of money on. And she's quite right. If I'm going to spend that much money on my hair, I need to look after it in between. So I took the shampoo and conditioner back. Oh, sorry, one sec. My son's just walking in. Oh, sorry about that. I've completely lost my thread now. There is also now some drama going on. I don't know, but my husband and my son are sorting it out, so I'll leave them to it, but likely to have another interruption shortly. I was just about to tell you about this Asda interesting situation, but it's not actually that interesting. Basically, I took the shampoo and conditioner back that I spoke about last week and then bought some other stuff, and it was a mixture of Father's Day stuff and some top-up shop, really. So that's why it's a bit two-tonal there. What else? Oh yes, I went out for coffee with friends. That was so lush last Sunday. We haven't met up in ages, this particular group of friends of mine, and we had a really lovely coffee and a catch-up, and then we went down to my sister's allotment, had a look around there. I accidentally committed to helping out on the allotment. We'll see how that goes. I don't think she's really expecting that much from me, but we'll see. And then on Monday, so you will have noticed I've got no spends. And I could have had a no spend on Monday, but I just went and bought me and my son some chocolate again. Couldn't help myself. He had a Bounty, I had a Snickers. I just really wanted some chocolate, so I did it, and it was great. And then on Tuesday, yes, more snacks. That was actually a 6-pack of cupcakes. I had been hankering after a cupcake for about 2 weeks now, and I could have just made some. But when I went to the kitchen to have a look at if I had any ingredients, I was missing butter and eggs. So by the time I went to the shop to actually get some cupcakes, it was cheaper to get some cupcakes. Went to the shop to get butter and eggs. It was actually cheaper to just buy cupcakes, and also a lot less effort. So I just did that. But yeah, they were really cheap cupcakes, but gorgeous, and satisfied that itch. And now I no longer need a cupcake, which is great. And then on Tuesday, we had a bit of an emergency short buying situation for my son. So my son goes swimming on a Tuesday, and he goes to swimming in his trunks and just jumps into the pool straight there. But my husband actually forgot to take some dry shorts for afterwards. Luckily, my son had just asked for that day some shorts for school. So it was good timing. My husband just popped over the road to Asda and just bought some school shorts. So that was, again, a half and half from Hyperjar and from groceries. I can't remember. Oh, it was the Rest of O stuff. That was it. The Rest of O stuff, and then a little bit of top up from groceries to get those shorts, which was cool. Wednesday, my husband bought his protein finally, which is fab. And that was it really for last week. There's nothing exciting. I know a few of you have said that you like kind of hearing what I spend money on, but sometimes I feel it's not that interesting. Or maybe I just go into too much detail about it. It's probably that. Really what I could have just gone was, that was trampolining, that was a chocolate bar, that was that, and that was that, done. So yeah, maybe I should do that. Oh, I'm waffling, aren't I? So that takes us into this week. We've already done quite a bit of spending. I was planning to go out last night, but due to a few things, including me being slightly hungover, that didn't happen. But I did class my work event as an out in the end, because we did end up going out. So that was really cool. So I have achieved my go out and spend time with people challenge for the month. So yes, rather than going out for dinner and spending about £50-60 on dinner and drinks, I just treated myself to a little KFC chicken rice salad box instead, and it was lovely. But I do need to take that £10 out, because I had to pay it on my credit card, because obviously you can't use cash for like Uber and Deliveroo and stuff. So I do need to take that out and put that back on the credit card. And then we do have another parking fine that we need to pay for, that we paid for this morning. So there was a parking fine earlier in the month, yes, and another one. So this one, it's all to do with my husband's drumming, and when he goes to band practice. this one he did challenge, but they didn't accept the challenge, which is a real shame. I won't go into the details because that'd be super boring. But yes, so unfortunately we do have to pay that parking fine. Paid that on the credit card this morning, and we will put that money back over onto the credit card on Tuesday. And that leads me into the budget, and I'll explain why we are paying that on Tuesday. So I'll just grab the budget. So first of all, this is last week's budget. Nothing exciting to say. I was even so lazy as to just tick everything because we were perfectly on budget. Yay! Which is awesome, super exciting. So all of these little numbers here, they're just bits of leftover change that go into anniversary. So we've got 232 to go into there. And these bits here are just bits of change out of my out and about money. And that's this 135 that we're going to pop into Flossie in a minute. So yes, so absolutely everything was tick, 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 perfectly on budget. Not much more to say about that. So this week's budget is here. So this is a bit of an interesting one this month. So we started off this week, we started off minus £252.14 in our bank, which is fine, no problems there. My husband's not got any money coming in. I have a very large paycheck this month, but it's not due to go into the bank until Tuesday, which means the amount of money that I have available to stuff for my budget for the week right now is relatively small, but then we can do some more stuff on Tuesday. But the reason why this is so large, I have got a bonus. So my company that I work for is phenomenal. They are the most wonderful, most supportive company I've ever worked for. They really care about their staff. We have no shareholders, so any money, any profit that we earn goes back to the staff. Not all of it, obviously, well, that'd be nice. But, you know, a good share of the profit that we make goes back to the staff to say thank you for all of the hard work. And, you know, obviously right now it's extra needed because of the cost of living situation. And I am not taking this for granted. I understand that a very small percentage of people are fortunate enough to work for really good companies that look after them, and an even less percentage of people are fortunate enough to then get a large bonus like I have this year. So that's why my paycheck is particularly large this month. What that does mean though is that next Friday, once that's gone in on Tuesday, it means I'm going to have quite a large cash stuffing next week. I'm going to be fully funding a number of things so that I don't have to worry about them in the future. And also we get to start the £500 Freedom Challenge, which is super exciting, and I can't wait to start using that little binder that I made. So yeah, so that'll be next week, which is cool. So that ramble over. So that means that we've got £3,978 to play with, not this week, but, you know, forever. And out of that, we've got over £1,100 in bills. It's the big bill week this week. That includes our rent, our payment on our car. What other big bills do we have? Council tax. I think that's it for the big ones, but they all come out at around the same time. So it's big bill week this week. It's also big minimum debt payment week this week. This is the minimum payment to my big loan, that coming out this week. And then extra debt, there's very specific, £229.04, should be the last instalment onto my next account. So the next account will be paid off this month, and that is courtesy and thanks of the bonus. So I'm really excited about that. And so then our other expenses then that are coming out this week, I need to buy a ticket for my niece's summer show. They do like acting and stuff, so I'm very excited about that. A new camera stand, because this one has had its day. This what I use at the moment is actually a microphone stand, and it's not fit for purpose, and that's why the camera's been slipping lately. So I'm going to get a new camera stand and we'll see how that goes. So excuse me, that's on the list for next week. And then of course we're going to be paying that blooming parking fine. So in terms of Hyperjar and stuff this week, it's £135 that has already gone into Hyperjar. I did need to do that yesterday because we needed to get groceries and petrol this morning. But we do have £50 that we're going to pop in as cash. So I'm just going to quickly grab the iPad anyway, because we need to move over the 232 that we have into the anniversary pot. And I thought, I may as well at least show you that. So give me 2 ticks and I'll grab the iPad. Okay, so here we are then. So we've got pennies and pounds left in groceries. That will actually go up because we had a refund because they couldn't fulfill one of the items and we left 3 of them behind because we changed our dinner plans for tomorrow. Speaking of dinner plans tomorrow, actually, so the family fun wheel this week decided that it was time to learn to cook. So we have incorporated that with Father's Day, and I'm going to teach my son how to cook steak tomorrow, and we are going to have steak for Father's Day. It was my husband's choice, and I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be really, really good fun. Hopefully, it could be a disaster. I'm going to be positive. It's going to be good fun. And then we've got £12 and £5 in top-up shop because we did already have to dip into that before we got the groceries. Sad times. So £2.32 that we have in the wallet, that needs to go into our anniversary pot. So we will just add that from the wallet, £2.32. And that takes us up to £28.60 for the anniversary. And I think we're thinking about Pizza Express for our anniversary dinner. It might not sound too posh to some, but we absolutely love it in there because they do the best cheesecake and the nicest wine. And what else do you need? And it's literally just around the corner. So yes, we're thinking Pizza Express. So I think we're going to be fine for that. So the other thing I did was pop £15 into Family Fun, and that will be where we buy the steaks from, seeing as it was from the Family Fun activity wheel. So yeah, that's what we've decided to do with that. So that is Hyperjar for this week. I will grab Flossie and we will do the penny challenge. All right. So Flossie this week is getting £1 and 35 pence. So I'll pop that into her, which is cool. So last week I was saying that I needed to come up with a way of getting more money into this penny challenge. Otherwise we're going to be here for about 4 years. I'm still thinking on it, but I think I have a plan. And I'm very, very comfortable and excited about the plan. And I was hoping to share that plan with you this week, but I think we'll have to wait till next week when we've got a little bit more cash. Or is it the week after? I'm not sure. Some point soon, I'll show you the plan that I have. Yeah, it should be good fun, actually. It should be really good fun. So that's the penny savings challenge. So let's get some cash. Righto then. So this week, like I said, we've not got tons, but we've still got enough, which is cool. So we have got £50, which is loads, actually. So yeah, we're just going to stuff that. Again, we had to go to the cash machine. I didn't get a chance to go to the bank. So Christmas is first. Birthday is missing its first ever week. Oh my gosh, sad times. So Christmas is getting £10, which does mean, oh, actually though, I need to swap. So the £10 is coming out, £20 is going in, £10 back in the tray. It's getting £10, which means I can colour in another one of these because we should be at 150. However, I did just drop the pencil on the floor, so I have to colour that off camera. Sorry about that. So let's check we've got 150. £150. We have got, hopefully, 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150. Whoop, whoop. Got 150. So yes, I will colour this in off camera. I keep meaning to tell you a funny story about this, but I won't do it today because this is already... Oh, no, dear. Right, so O-Trip is next. O-Trip is getting its usual £10. So I will have to use one of these £10. So O-Trip now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 110 in O-Trip, which is my son's residential. Lovely. And School Holidays is getting a little treatette again this week. It's also getting £10. Pop that £10 in, bring this £20 back. So School Holidays now has £40. That is that. So that was all of it for the grown-up spending. So for my fun spending, this dashboard, by the way, not mentioned it in a while. This is from Simple Budgets. It's absolutely beautiful and I love it. Yeah. So what we've got left, we've got £20 left. And the only thing actually that is going to get stuffed in here is going out. However, that will then just have to come straight back out again to go onto the credit card. So I'm not even going to bother putting it in. It's just going to go back to the bank on Monday, be paid straight onto the credit card for my KFC dinner. So that can stay there. So I'm not actually stuffing anything in the rest of these this week. And that's just the way the cookie has crumbled. So So after that rambling hot mess, there's nothing else to say other than I so appreciate all of you guys for being here, especially if you've stuck through this video. Next week is going to be much more fun. We're going to have a bit more time in Hyperjar because I'm fully funding some stuff in there. And we're going to have a bit more fun with the cash because, like I said, I'm going to be doing the £500 Freedom Challenge. That gets started in earnest, in serious earnest next week, which is cool. So the affirmation for this week is I have no limitations. So please use that one. It is so good. If you have, by some miracle, enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. Please let me know that you've not left me. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, subscribe if you're new and you're up for seeing more of this drama. I love you all so much. You know that. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.